So you're probably wondering why your aquarium water is so murky and why it won't clear up. Well, today I'm going to show you how to get that crystal clear aquarium water, as well as 5 common causes of cloudy water. Starting with reason number 1, we have bacteria blooms. This is when there's a sudden dose of nutrients that bacteria feeds on, and this could be from overfeeding, dead fish, etc. Now this is really common with new aquariums that are imbalanced. When there's too many food for bacteria, it causes a bacteria bloom, which in turn makes the water cloudy. The solution for this is to keep everything stabilized. You'll need to do frequent water changes every 2 to 3 days. If the water is still dirty after that, you might want to add Secum Prime into the water to detoxify the ammonia. You also need to double check and make sure that everything is well balanced. If the bacteria bloom is in a new setup, then chances are that the tank isn't done cycling yet. Wait a few days, and if it's not getting better, then do some water changes. Reason number 2 is dirty substrate. A lot of times when you add substrate to your aquarium like gravel or sand, they bring in dust and debris that will dirty up your water. Even if you washed it before putting it in, it still might cloud up the water. I've had to experience this many times, and the only solution is to just wait a couple of days, and if it doesn't work, do some water changes. After about a week, it should completely clear up. The third reason for your dirty water is overfeeding. This is something that I've seen a lot, especially in beginners. It's important that you feed your fish the right amount so that there isn't a nutrient spike for bacteria. If there's too much overfeeding, the bacteria bloom could cause the water to get brownish and create an ammonia spike. It's better to feed your fish in small amounts multiple times throughout the day rather than a huge amount once a day. A good rule of thumb is if they can't consume all the food you're feeding within 30 seconds, then you're probably feeding too much. If you're feeding them pellets or some sinking foods, make sure to take it out if they can't finish it, because it'll just slowly dissolve into the water and make your water dirty. Any uneaten food will fall down to the substrate and it will stay there and make your water dirty. Moving on to reason number 4, we have inadequate filtration. Filtration is a major cause for cloudy water in your fish tank. If there's not enough filtration, the bacteria is just going to stay in the tank without being filtered out. In this case, it's really important to have good mechanical filtration. If the filter media is too coarse, the finer particles will pass through it and will re-enter your aquarium. I would recommend using some finer filter media, and if that doesn't work, try using some filter floss. And finally, the 5th reason, which is adding too many fish. If you have too many fish in your aquarium, they're going to produce a ton of waste, which is going to build up and cause a lot of bacteria. It's very important to not overstock, especially with new tanks when they might not be cycled properly yet. The best thing to do when you have too many fish is to add additional filtration. By doing so, it's going to help deal with the bioload of all the fish. I also recommend adding live plants to help purify the water. Before I end this video, I want to give a few tips for getting your water clean. A method I found extremely useful is adding nutrient soaker plants like hornwort or guppy grass. These plants are super good at soaking up all the excess nutrients and will greatly help purify your water. Fast-growing floater plants like salvinia and duckweed will work as well. Another useful method is to do a 20% water change every day for 5 days. What this does is the tank will constantly have new water, and if you do this for about 5 days, the cloudiness will eventually disappear. Again, if it's a new tank, you might want to add Secum Prime into the water to quickly cycle the tank. Thank you all so much for watching. If you found this useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also make sure to check out our new fish keeping merch. The link is in the comments. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you all in the next video.